Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Foreigner. Now when I saw the trailer for this, I'm like, this could be a cool movie. I saw Martin Campbell direct this, who made not only GoldenEye, one of my favorite Bond movies, but Casino Royale, also one of my favorite Bond movies, and I probably talked about this at some point in some of my reviews, but I'm a huge James Bond fan, and when I heard Martin Campbell direct this, I'm like, yes! And also, I'm actually a really big fan of his film Edge of Darkness, which I jokingly called Lethal Weapon 5 every time I saw the trailer because, oh my god, it's Mel Gibson playing a cop. But I really liked Martin Campbell, and Jackie Chan is a really underappreciated star here in America. I know he's had his moments with like Rush Hour and Shanghai Noon and stuff like that, but he's a worldwide star and an amazing action actor and physical actor, and I was really excited about this. And also had Pierce Brosnan, Mr. James Bond himself, and it's just like, I was pretty excited about this. I was a bit disappointed, but I still enjoyed this film for what it was, but there's things that I didn't really appreciate. And it's going to start with Martin Campbell. I don't know how well of a job he did balancing what was going on, because let me paint this out for you. This is two movies tried to squeeze into one. You have this heartfelt revenge story with Jackie Chan, and then this really complicated terrorist story with Pierce Brosnan. Is he a terrorist? Is he trying to stop the terrorists? He's a former IRA guy. Where does he really stand? And all the behind the scenes blah 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 stuff that goes along with that. Would you honestly spend more than 2/3 of the movie with Pierce Brosnan? It's like, where'd Jackie Chan go? And that's where it lacked balance in the storytelling that really bothered me. And the moments when Jackie Chan was on screen had this different kind of energy that felt alive in this film. And then you had the scenes with Pierce Brosnan, which, and I'll talk about his performance and other things about these sequences, but I thought it dragged a bit whenever that came back. And in terms of tone, honestly, some of the parts with Pierce Brosnan was really dull. Except the moments where they were like capital A acting, like yelling at each other. It's just like, okay, there's some life again. But a lot of the points was just blah. And then Jackie Chan came on screen, it's like, hit me in the feels. Because, and talking about the the emotion that's brought into this film, Jackie Chan's the center of it. When he's on screen, you feel for this film, you feel the heart and soul of this film in him. And then when he's not there, kind of feels a bit hollow and by the numbers kind of thriller. Now, the cinematography was done by David Tattersall, and I thought he did a nice job of putting this film together. The action sequences, though, were awesome. I love the action sequences in this film, the stunt work, everything. All of that was really well shot and put together. Martin Campbell did a fantastic job of staging the action, and Tattersall did a fantastic job of shooting that action. We actually saw everything, and I'm going to quickly go on one of my rants about action in modern movies, and you actually saw everything right in front of you instead of cut, 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 cut. And with Jackie Chan, you had to, because Jackie Chan's amazing, and you really get to see the awesome work that he does, and they really staged some great sequences throughout this film. Those were the real highlights. Jackie Chan's actual acting and those action moments were the real standouts of this film. The writing was done by David Marconi, and trying to balance these two different aspects didn't feel natural. And honestly, throughout most of this film, Jackie Chan could have been a completely tertiary character where they were just giving him things to do that could have played out differently and you didn't need him in the movie. And that was, honestly, they could have rewrote this movie without him in it. And he's the foreigner. He's supposed to be like the main character. And it doesn't feel right. And I think that really lacked in the story, because the moments he was in it, the parts that he was in it, what he went through was great writing, was really intriguing story. And then the parts where it's really talking about the terrorists and stuff like that felt very convoluted and didn't feel well balanced, or there was too much going on, trying to balance too much and not figuring out what actually is going on. And in terms of the characters, he's a great character. Pierce Brosnan's character is a great character. and they're both very interesting. It's just what's built around them in their scenes and aren't the greatest. And a lot of the other characters felt needless, and there's a lot of extra characters thrown in, like his nephew and his wife, and it's just like, oh, what are we trying to focus on? Because it's really trying to do two kinds of films. This could have been a very interesting anti-hero fall film for Pierce Brosnan's character, but he's not the heart of this film. And that's the issue, and it's really distracted. Now, in terms of the dialogue, I thought it was some very good dialogue, but honestly, the moments where there wasn't any dialogue were the more powerful ones, because that's when Jackie Chan really flourished in this film. Now, in terms of themes, it does deal with the ideas of terrorism and violent protests and violent action and revolution, and I think that was too distracted and too much of a convoluted plot, and the revenge sequences and those themes of that connection of father-daughter things were too overshadowed because they didn't get enough focus in this film, and I thought that was lacking in the film. Now, the composer Cliff Martinez does a nice job of doing a more electronic, kind of atmospheric score for this film that really fit with the action sequences and the aesthetic of this film, which this is a modern day film and felt very modern with the choices in terms of the actual score and the soundtrack. Now, the acting, Jackie Chan was amazing. I felt every emotion that he was feeling, from joy earlier in the film to just sadness and just being broken, and this drive that's in him. I thought that was so powerful, and Pierce Brosnan really brings it and has some really intense moments, and you can really feel what he's bringing to the screen and has a lot of screen presence. And unfortunately, I wish there was a better film around them. I honestly would watch another film with Jackie Chan's character that was a different story and more focused around him, because my final thoughts are this is a tale of two movies. A very emotional actioneer that really hits hard and gives you a lot of thrills and emotions, and a convoluted slog of a political drama, and they don't really meet. But I'm still going to give this a more positive rating because there was enough of it that made me get through this film and enjoy it at least a little bit, which is why I'm going to give The Foreigner a C+.